Good morning, everybody. It has been a crazy, I think nearly 2 weeks since I've updated, and I'm sorry for that, but it has been crazy. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on what's been happening. More gonna be hospital visit wise rather than a kind of symptom update, because these past weeks I've actually spent more time in hospital than I have outside of hospital. So I just wanted to let you guys know I'm 36 weeks plus 2 today, and we have the biggest news ever. I will be having my little girl next Tuesday. She has got 6 days left until she's here. She will be coming by C-section. We discussed with the consultant that was the best action to take, because her waters are still really low and I'm still leaking waters and I'm still in preterm labour, and it's just gone on too long for them to justify now the safeness of keeping her in versus the risk of well, shall I say, the risk of keeping her in versus the safety of having her out. And so she will be 37 weeks and 1 day when she comes out. Her birth weight is expected to be 4 pounds, so she's going to be a tiny little child, and I'm really excited / really terrified / all of my emotions have gone into one, and I feel as if I can't really sleep or relax or do anything. This week I just keep panicking about what I've still got left to do, which isn't anything, but it's kind of like those just last nagging thoughts. I think it's more nerves of what to expect. Obviously this is my first baby, wasn't expecting to have a C-section, because I didn't plan on having one, didn't really think that I would need to prepare for one. So now I'm like, what do I prepare for? Do I prepare for it completely different to a normal labour, which is really silly because I know even though it is different, packing wise is pretty much the same. So yeah, like I say, this week and last week I basically do 1 day at hospital, 1 day not at hospital, 1 day at hospital, 1 day not at hospital, 1 day at hospital, 1 day not at hospital. In between, when I am at hospital, it's mainly just for bloods and monitoring. They also do checks of my cervix just to make sure that I'm not going to spontaneously go into labour. Today is an ultrasound day, so they're going to do, it's called a Doppler obstetric study. So all they're going to do is check on her placenta and her waters and her growth. She is growing, but she's still 3 weeks behind in her growth. What was really crazy is when I last went to my midwife's appointment, my belly was still measuring 29 weeks. Well, that was when I was 35, nearly 36 weeks. And my belly, my actual bump itself, is still measuring 29. So that is a big drop off. But that is because of waters, and there's just not really a lot more they can do for her inside than what they could do for her outside. So this is why we've opted for the C-section. Me and the consultant had a long talk, and it probably means that if I do have another one in a few years, it will most likely have to be done by C-section again, just because that's what they do. As you can probably tell by the way I'm speaking, I reached that point now where in the pregnancy itself I'm getting, although I love being pregnant, I'm getting fed up. I'm achy, I'm tired, I'm not sleeping. I've had lots of TMI symptoms this week, which I don't really want to go into, but I expect anybody who's around about 36 weeks pregnant, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of TMI symptoms. So I think that's probably about it, hospital wise. I am officially allowed to start pumping colostrum off this week, because obviously I'm going to have her next week, so I discussed with the consultant and the midwife that I really wanted to breastfeed, so I'm pumping off just a small amount of colostrum. I'm actually really impressed with how much colostrum is coming out. I was expecting like a few drips, but you know, I'm getting a good sort of maybe half an ounce off, which might not sound like a lot, but I was impressed anyway. So I'm actually allowed to pump off a really small amount. I'm only allowed to do it once every other day, so I don't bring on labour. Ideally we want to try and keep it to my section date. So yeah, I've been pumping. We're hoping that when she comes out, if she doesn't need any oxygen or she doesn't need to be taken away, because I did have the steroid injections a few weeks back, so we're hoping her lungs have developed, so we're hoping that when she comes out then she doesn't have to go in an incubator. Pregnancy brain is a thing, guys. I don't know if you've noticed a lot more in my videos recently, it comes on like a fog. Like I'll have like a conversation and then all of a sudden I'm like, what? Oh wait, I was the one that was talking. So I think that's really about it. So I probably am not going to update now, or I may update on the day before my C-section because I have a pre-op, but I'm probably not going to update until now, after I've had her, which seems crazy. It's scary to think that like next week I'm going to be like I'm going to have a baby, like it just seems crazy to me. And what's really weird is when I said to the consultant, oh, so yeah, the C-section, she'd be like, oh yeah, it's on the 20th, so her birthday's going to be the 20th, is that okay with you? And I was just like, so I could pick her birthday? You know, what's good for me? Let me just have a look in my diary. I didn't say that, but it just seems weird that, you know, we were expecting, I mean, her due date is the 10th of October, and now it's the 20th of September. That's a good sort of month. That's like a good 30 days early, so I don't know, it just seems weird. So anyway, if you have enjoyed my videos, if you could give them a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any stories of your C-sections or anything in my videos, please feel free to send me a comment or link them down below, particularly sort of like C-section stories, because now that I'm kind of gonna go through it, it's nice to see what other people's experiences were after, especially post-op, because I don't know what I'm gonna be like. But anyway, but yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more content. See you later, guys.